This problem comes from homework number 5 and it's question number 8, and it gives us the function f of x, which is equal to 3 plus the square root of 7 minus x, and it gives us the x and y coordinates, -2 and 6. And we're finding the slope, or to find the slope we take the limit, and using the definition of a limit we know that that equation is the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h. And so right here we have this minus sign, and if you distribute that negative, your 3's are going to cancel out. But you still have these square roots, so to get rid of those, you're going to multiply by the conjugate of the numerator. So you're going to have 7 minus x plus h, and then plus the square root of 7 minus x. And the same thing on the bottom. And so these square roots are going to cancel out because you're squaring them, because you're multiplying it by another square root. And so you're going to get the limit as h approaches 0. You're going to get 7 minus x minus h, because this negative distributes, and then minus 7 minus x. And that's all over your h times the bottom over here, which is h times the square root of 7 minus x. Or if we distribute this negative, then we'll already have the negative 7 minus x minus h plus the square root of 7 minus x. And so if we distribute this negative, these 7's are going to cancel out. And if we distribute the negative over here too, then the x's are going to cancel out. So right now you have negative h over h, and if we cancel out the h's, we'll have negative 1 at the top. And so that's going to leave us with the limit. Oh, and because h approaches 0, we can go ahead and say that h is 0. So that's going to leave us with the limit as h approaches 0 with negative 1 over the square root of 7 minus x plus the square root of 7 minus x, which simplifies to negative 1 over 2 times the square root of 7 minus x, and that's our slope. So in the first part of this problem, we got that our slope is equal to negative 1 over 2 times the square root of 7 minus x. And now we're asked to find the equation in point slope form of this function at the coordinates x of y, which they tell us is negative 2 and 6. And so to find the slope at this exact point, we're going to plug negative 2 in here. So you'll get negative 1 over 2 times the square root of 7 minus negative 2, which is negative 1 over 2 times the square root of 9, which, because square root of 9 is 3, we're going to end up with negative 1 over 6, and that's our slope. And our answer choices are in point slope form, and point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And so basically we just plug everything we have in. Y minus y1, which is 6, equals our slope, which is negative 1 over 6 times x minus negative 2, or y minus 6 equals negative 1 over 6 times x plus 2. And that's